Tonight, a swift response from the White House and the president's allies as federal charges are filed against 2 former Trump campaign workers, and a secret plea deal is reached for a former advisor.
A special prosecutor has charged ex-campaign chairman Paul Manafort and his business associate Rick Gates of conspiring against the United States and other felonies. The White House is trying to distance the Trump administration from the charges. And New Jersey Governor Christie was here in Indianapolis in just the last couple of hours, and here's what he had to say about these indictments.
You know, a no-knock search warrant in July, you know, given our conduct as U.S. attorneys in the past, that's never a good sign. You know, if they're going to come in and guns drawn to, like, search your home, that's always a bad sign.
We'll have more from Governor Christie coming up in a minute, but first, the 31-page federal indictment. It doesn't reference the Trump campaign or make any allegations about a coordination between the Kremlin and the president's aides.
But it is accusing Manafort and Gates of doing political work in Ukraine between 2006 and 2015, and then allegedly hiding more than $75 million through offshore bank accounts, including while working on the president's campaign. Manafort alone is accused of laundering more than $18 million.
Now, he was fired as Trump's campaign chairman after word surfaced that he was allegedly lobbying on behalf of pro-Russian interests. President Trump quickly responded to the indictments on Twitter. He tweeted, quote, "Sorry, but this is years ago before Paul Manafort was part of the Trump campaign. But why aren't crooked Hillary and the Dems the focus?" And in another tweet, he says, quote, "Also, there is no collusion," end quote. Now, George Papadopoulos pleaded guilty earlier this month to lying to investigators about his interactions with people he believed had ties to the Russian government. Now back to the reaction from New Jersey Governor Christie about these federal indictments.
Tonight, Eyewitness News reporter Kevin Rader just wrapped up talking with him in the last hour, and he joins us now live with what Christie has to say. Kevin?
And John, Christie, the governor of New Jersey, spoke poignantly about the problem America is confronting currently with opioids. But afterwards, after the speech, I gave you a chance to ask him specifically about the indictments. Now, Christie said that it's never a good sign, as you heard, when law enforcement enters your house with guns drawn. And, of course, Christie served as United States prosecutor before becoming governor of New Jersey. So then he went on to elaborate on the indictments.
I mean, it looks like a pretty standard, straightforward money laundering type of indictment. Listen, it had nothing to do with the campaign, as far as I could tell from reading the indictment, or any of Mr. Manafort's conduct during his time as chairman of the Trump campaign, or his associate as well. You know, it's never good. You never like to see that kind of conduct and activity going on. We have to also remember that these are allegations, and that in this country people are innocent until proven guilty. And Mr. Manafort, Mr. Gates have the opportunity to put forward their defense. But, it's never a good day when these kind of things, happen, and that kind of conduct is alleged against people who have some public profile.
I also asked Christie if this was handicapping the administration as far as getting things done, including on opioids, and he was adamant, saying no, the administration has a responsibility to get things done, and that still remains. Of course, we'll have new national recommendations on opioids from Christie and the commission that the president set up on Wednesday. John and Ann?
All right, thank you. Kevin Rader downtown tonight. Now, as you may recall, it was Paul Manafort who helped pick Mike Pence as President Trump's running mate. Shortly after the announcement last summer, Manafort made the TV interview rounds, calling Pence, quote, "a man of impeccable character."